correspondence and documents bundle.
I would have loved a pointer if you have it. Sorry, I have a question late.
Unfortunately, we don't have a pointer, Minister.
Okay, I'll use my finger.
You can refer, and then she will circle it.
Ms. Nube, can this be expanded here? We can hardly see a thing.
More?
So this is you'll see this is the structure signed this year. Now I do need to clarify this point because someone said Minister Mchunu is misleading the public, disbanding National Political Task Team in 2024 and making reference to a structure signed in 2025, so that I don't mislead that particular person and the public. The structure, the new organizational structure, we completed last year before the end of the year, a reviewed organizational structure. But there are processes that involve labor that took some time into the new year, leading up to the official signing on that date. But the structure had been agreed on internally in 2024. So what you see there is as we had decided on or agreed on right in 2024, but now it's then indicated as such. But I want to go to the division that deals with detectives, the detective section. There's another slide. If you could move to another slide, that will make things clearer. What we are talking about. If you would start counting the boxes from left. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. It's in the signed one that I said we completed it last year, but then signing got a little bit delayed because of various processes. So there are other units, but in terms of mandates of Med and Robert, there is there, even if it's not indicated there, those mandates that are in bullets, but there it just shows Med and Robert. Thank you. So, I would. It's duplicated even at provincial level as well, national and provincial. Then I would go to paragraph 53.
Are you done with the organogram?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
They'll just take the handheld mic from you.
Please switch on those
sorry.
mics.
Thank you.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you. So I now.
Sorry, Minister?
Yes.
Can I, before you move on to 53, What does it mean practically when you say the structure was approved in 2024, but it was still to be subjected to engagement with unions? Can you just explain what is the effect of that?
Well, just drawing from my experience while I work for public service and administration, and I don't want to point a finger to labor, but it does delay because you do the macro structure inside a department, and then you do the micro, meaning you negotiate internally with placements of people as per the new structure. Once those processes have been completed, you effectively have a structure. But you still have to take that structure to labor, that is triple SPC, to say, here is a proposed structure by the department. You are now talking to external partners, labor, as it is. Now, good as it is, but it delays the impact. I even went out of my way, persuaded the leadership of labor to say, could you give us a discount in terms of the period of consultations and all of that? Not necessarily to say I was undermining labor, but I was saying because of the pressures that we had, for which we reviewed the structure. When we reviewed the structure, we're not ticking a box. We had something specific in mind because of the pressures that we had, which I'll go to later on. So it has an impact.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to understand is this is signed in 2025, on a date in 2025. Does it mean that until then, there was no structure to implement? The SAPS could not implement this until the unions have had their say in the obligatory consultation process.
There is never, Commissioner, there is never a period where there is no structure. The old structure would be in place until signing, which replaces the old one.
Yes, I realize I spoke clumsily. Let me try and neaten it up a bit. You have a structure already in place by the time in 2024 you adopt this new structure.
Yes, internally.
That's internal. It must now go through the union process.
Yes.
Because that's what a collective agreement requires.
Yes.
Now my question is, until the unions have had their input into this internally approved new structure, until the unions have had their input, you can't implement this new structure. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Legally, yes, you can't implement.
Thank you.
You can't implement legally.
Thank you, Minister.
Paragraph 53, the main features of the new organizational structure. Now, first, just to pass that, as we dealt with the new structure, we were conscious, we were made conscious, and we were aware that we have a very fertile basis on which to do the renewal, the reviewer, or the review. We're not going to start afresh. There is a structure, as I've indicated, it has a long history, but we can look at the imperatives of the 7th administration and perhaps add what we think are the imperatives that would enhance or build on the structure that was there. Now, these from 53.1 to 53.5 are the new things that were introduced in the existing structure. Number one, we dealt with division visible policing services, which we agreed we needed to divide into two so that there is visible